Hello. I'm gonna do a Aries love reading. For anyone involved or anyone interested. Maybe you'll have the message. Maybe people have message and you'll have the message as well. Let's get started. This is gonna be a love reading for Aries. Okay. Okay. Let's see here. First card out. Uh, Seven of Pentacles upright. The first card, let's see the bottom of the deck, Page of Cups. um, well, it seems your general spirit is getting, um, you don't seem to be doing part of what, it's not in the same sense, but instead of uh, being a grower, a planter, a farmer, you're you're being more a little hectic with your planning, with your action, with your you have no foresight, you have no planning, you have no you have no you seem to have no very arbitrary plan. You seem to have a very arbitrary plan. Okay, the five of swords upright. Yeah. You guys seem to think of love as like a battlefield, right? And you seem to be concentrating on getting what you deserve as opposed to doing this instead. Fighting for um, within. You're more interested in fighting some imaginary mental battle instead of fighting, outright. You're being deceptive, a bit deceptive and calculating and not so, I think, generally doing what is more efficient maybe, or more your style, which is, considering this is wands, this is your wands is fire signs. um, I think it's generally telling you that you have to, instead of just stealing swords from people, you have to strengthen what you have. You have to strengthen. You have to polish that sword and test it in battle. Okay, within yourselves, within your own social group, and that's what it's suggesting in terms of you. Um, this is still a love reading though. I'm not sure if you guys misconstruing this because but this goes both sexes. I'll just say it as a girl, but you can read it in a manly sense too, right? Um, you're tending towards yeah, this temple that you have built is built on sand, and as far as time is concerned, um, you're wasting time. Um, you shouldn't be like out hunting for this kind of energy. You were doing this basically. You're disenfranchising people. You're you're um, this is like I said. I'm not autistic. I'm not dyslexic in this sense, but I just don't understand. I've never talked to you guys in, in any long form fashion. So okay. So do you guys get the basic message? You have to be testing that metal on each other. You're taking the easy route. You're taking the easy route of um, you're simply not planting your seeds in the right places. Um, I'll just try to be as prophetic as possible. Anyways, we have the Seven of Wands, I think. Yeah, Seven of Wands upright. You have to even go to point of doing this. Fighting against a swarm of enemies and fighting for your right to live. And that is a path for you to find love. Is what I'm saying. Um, this is kind of the path that you have to be able to do this. You know, not you shouldn't be doing this. You should be on the path toward doing this, and you should be tending towards uh, aspiring to be the person who can do this. Fight off the crowd, right? And the next card is Death in Reverse. Next card is Ace of Cups. This is basically saying that it doesn't require you to, in any fashion, die to reach this level, which I think is a concern for some of you, since you are a fire sign. I'd say that's more of a concern than for myself. But because your spirit has to stay alive, and your spirit is getting dampened by these Pisces, right? As much as it's doing mine, it's suffocating me, but it's like kind of like um, putting you out. It's the difference. Like I depend on air, like breathing, right? And you depend on keeping that spirit alive to move through your day. Um, it doesn't require that to die for you to meet your Ace of Cups. Basically, what the Death in reverse and the Ace of Cups is saying. This is not required. This is not required. Um, we have the Two of Pentacles in reverse. I'm trying to make this as lovely as possible now. Okay. So we have now about this is truly about the loving itself, I guess. Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Well, I think what Aryan people are averse to doing is when they, you know, is latching on to a woman and kind of understanding her a bit better to the point where you can understand more woman. And from there, moving on towards like, I think you generally have this attitude towards, you know, dating women in general, which is something I'm not against. Um, I think, anyways, that's beyond the scope of this message, but of me speaking on the video. But the card is telling me that you not concentrating as a woman is making you work too hard and it's burning you out. You know, you need to understand deeply the essence of the woman mind, the woman's psyche. So you need to just concentrate on one woman. Is what the spread is telling you. You need to concentrate on one woman and find out how she thinks, what she reacts to. Is basically similar for all women. They all respond to the same things in some sense. Um, and You're getting pulled in too many directions. And you need to concentrate on just one thing at a time. You need to think of yourself as a oil driller. You're drilling for oil, and the first time you drill for oil, you get an idea of what's there, what's not there, and then you approximate. It's the same idea, same concept, really. I think oil drilling would be a great career choice for an Aries. Um, Honestly, the oil industry. Okay, and victory. It says victory, and that's what you need for victory. You need to concentrate. You have the capacity and the mind to understand complex topics and complex concepts, topics and concepts very intuitively. But in terms of woman, you're gonna need to do that um, by just you can do two women if you want, but I'd suggest if you're just starting out and you don't understand women that well, um, that you start with just dating one person and talking about maybe playing tarot cards, together. Just talking about different topics, about politics, about history, about, you can talk about what you feel about Cleopatra, for example, what you feel about Octavius or Anthony, Mark Anthony, or even talking about like music, about try like play music together, and kind of understand music, right? The the it's a language in itself. You can speak through um, music. You can say stuff through music. It's a language if you play it right. Well, I understand some musicians don't understand this. They just play straight up music. But you can actually have a productive conversation with your guests, with everyone involved in regards to, and stuff. So, um, uh, just drill, baby, drill, okay? Drill on one girl and just get to know her intimately. And then from there, from your understanding of that situation, you'll be able to find your victory in all forms of romance. Okay. Should we continue? What do you think? I didn't know that Aryan people didn't understand this concept, actually. Why I have a more intuitive grasp of this stuff, um, but you can't get anywhere by just subtly, either even if you have sex, you don't just by having sex, you don't understand the woman. And if you don't have deep intimate connections and deep, better sex, longer sex, understand the different aspects of a woman, you have to just start for Aries, I think. Start with just one woman. Okay? And let me see if there's anything else. And it says here, Page of Swords in reverse. You know, Gemini and Aquarius are kind of similar to fire signs in that they need a Libra to guide them. So Gemini is the worst of the worst, really. Like Sagittarius just burns and just burns like a little flame. But Gemini, because it's a wind sign, it's an air sign, it's more capable of moving really quickly and really quickly through maybe complete cons. Complete cons, complete propaganda, as if it's gospel. So you can't trust Gemini, you can't trust Aquarius, you have to trust a Libra, a good Libra who has experience with girls maybe in terms of romance, or experience with just has a general aptitude for understanding society better. Is a servant of society. It would be the best idea for finding the right Libra to talk to. Although I haven't met all Libras, I just have a couple of bad experiences with some Libras. You know, um, one Libra, two Libras. So I don't really think too much of them. They feel like, to me, they just jumped off the wrong side of the track. Someone who's Christian is best. Okay, I'll be honest. I'm being honest. Okay, someone who is actually Christian is best. Um, you know, uh, if he says he's Catholic, you're in for a ride. Okay, you're in for kind of a ride. Okay. Um. So let's just well, we can go up to 35 minutes, I think, in general. So don't listen to Gemini. I know you guys tend to listen to Gemini because they're easiest to talk to, but they fall into all kinds of shit, like butter on honey or something, you know, all the time. They don't have any solidity, any grasp. Even if they're Christian, their mind will be so quick and their mind will flow everywhere that they will never have a very deep understanding of the Bible unless a Libra specifically they reach out to Libra and a Libra guides them, or yeah, a Libra guides them through it mentally, and see if there's anything else. So we have Ten of Swords upright. I mean, just imagine how tremendously agonizing of a death this is. Can you imagine? And that's supposed to be my Ten of Swords. Hopefully, I mean, it seems, I think it is mental. In some sense, this is kind of a tool we have to use to relegate society. Is kind of what it's saying. But, um, and claim justice over society, or over our enemies, right? So it teaches us mental aptitude and some other things. But um, you have to remember that death is not a part of the project. Okay? If you read the Bible, okay, I think this is tending towards me leading you to encourage you to read Paul's letters, the Acts first. I'll read the Acts first, not the Gospel as much. Maybe you read the Gospels in terms of just reading it for, well, reading it for the lessons. But I would read Paul's letters first. Paul's letters first. Okay, Corinthians, Galatians, all that, all those books. If you get a firm grasp of God's love, and if you read Revelations, you'll see the parallel between current society and Revelations. It's very one to one right now. For them, I haven't reviewed it since last time, but um, there's been definitely a lot of parallels. Um, and I posted this on my Twitter, but God is real. Like I had a personal experience with God in a thunderstorm um, over Studio City. Uh, I'm not sure if you guys already know about this, but it was like the heavens opened up, basically. Um, and well, you probably don't have a good the call the need to understand this, but um, but you need to have some kind of foundation upon which to work on. Okay, you can't just you know. I would say that Christianity is okay. I'll explain it to you. Jesus is my one of my descendants. I live. I'll just tell you simply. I'm telling you very simply about how this is working out. I live a million years into the future. Either I'm not sure if I go up to heaven after I'm 120, but I live 100 minutes into the future. I go back a million years from present times into the past, and I work my way up all the way through Jesus to here, to this location, and I don't know what happens after that. But the Bible is literally written like that. I'm supposed to be God uh, in the Bible, but the Bible is literally written like that. Um, uh, let's just play more cards. Nine of Cups. So in terms of, I'll just tell you a few things. In terms of, I'll tell you a few like theological concepts. But Jesus says he's a way, the truth, and the life. I am the truth. Uh, I am the life, the way, and the truth. And the Holy Spirit is the truth, the way, and the life. And that's also my son. It's in the Capricorn age. He comes in the Capricorn age. It is Trinitarian. It's three Godheads, even though I'm God the Father. I'm not sure if that matters. I mean, I'm sure it matters, but in the Bible at least it says, "Praise to Jesus Christ in the glory of God the Father." So I am the arbitrator of all this mess. Eventually, I think you know, either maybe through technology or something else, we transcend all this nonsense. And there are three theological virtues. There's faith, hope, and love. And I am love. Jesus is hope, and I think the Holy Spirit is faith. Although it probably just works out some kind of random way. But faith is Holy Spirit. Hope is Jesus Christ, because Jesus came here to give us hope that my plan for society will come to fruition, and that I won't just inexplicably die and bereft, the entire world. Basically, I am doing a lot of stuff behind the scenes, but um, yeah, I'm doing a lot of stuff behind the scenes. Um, Trump, I elected him. I told everyone vote red, and everyone voted red for the most part, even though people were trying to keep some Democrats because we can't, this is their career. But anyway, and we did root out some of the weird guys, I think. Um, I mean, the Democrats right now are all Republicans, and it's a Republican-led House and control the Senate. They just passed the spending bill. I mean, um, just like that. It's literally a Republican House and Senate right now, and a Republican presidency, and we're doing great by it. Um, uh, do you guys know? Well, I have a problem with not having social activity or having someone here to talk to me about this kind of stuff, like put into words. Jesus, and I have to do this all mentally, basically, and through like predictive text, which is highly hackable. So I don't understand what they're saying sometimes. And some girl is still fucking around with me, testing me about shit. So it's all weird for me. I don't understand what she's saying sometimes. Okay, why don't we spend a little smoke break? Well, let's see if we have any more cards coming out. Okay, we'll do a business and career after this, and uh, we'll cut it here. We'll cut it here, and I'll just smoke off screen. Yeah, okay, bye.